Let's talk about what I saw at training camp today. Let's Talk Lions. Welcome back to an all-new episode here at Let's Talk Lions. For those of you brand new, my name is Jay. Thank you for hanging out. So I attended training camp, and I just wanted to break down a few of the things that I saw. Obviously, I put out a video about Kahlil Raymond. You could check that out up here. Give that a watch. It's all about what I observed with him, and really, I think he's going to be a huge asset for us. But some other things that I saw from today. First and foremost, give that man a job. Would you, Detroit Lions? He's ready. He's ready. Secondly, Michael Brockers did not practice today. He stood off to the side, just wearing shorts, a hat, just hanging out, watching the defense take some reps. It was interesting right off the bat. Everybody's padded up, and he actually hopped into the D line, and he ended up going up against Sewell and just kind of making, they were the slower walk-through, run-through type of plays. So he kind of came in, and he's moving his arms, and Sewell's popping up against him. But it was pretty cool to see Brockers hop in there, no pads, no helmet, match up against Sewell, just kind of give him a little bit of a push and a shove coming off the bat. Really that leadership mentality coming from Brockers, even though he did not practice. Secondly, DeAndre Swift. I was extremely bummed to not be able to get to see him in the flesh making moves on the field. He is suffering from some tightness in the groin. That feels better. Not that it feels good, because it's tightness in the groin. And nobody wants that. Nobody. Next up is Goff, specifically that his long ball looked a lot better than I anticipated. I've heard some rumblings regarding the long ball. And you know what? Yes, there were some missed throws, one specifically to Kahlil Raymond going down the outside against Corn Elder. However, when I look at Goff, he did have some solid deep balls throughout practice. It was super cool to see. He did find Kahlil Raymond on a lot of shorter routes. He was looking good. He was just piping the ball on through. Quite frankly, I was like, all right, this is really good. It was really good to be able to see Goff in the flesh making these throws, watching his footwork, watching the way the ball is releasing off the hands. It was a great opportunity to be able to see what it was looking like with Goff at the helm. Next is Amon-Ra St. Brown versus Jeff Okudah. Watching Okudah versus Amon-Ra St. Brown was phenomenal. The two guys matched up against each other multiple times, going up against one another, facing off, and really seeing the competitive nature between them. St. Brown brings a competitive fire that I haven't seen in our wide receiver core in a very long time. Don't get me wrong, Kenny Golladay definitely had the fire, but Amon-Ra St. Brown is coming out gunning. St. Brown wants a spot on this squad. He's trying to prove himself. He has no problem matching up against somebody like Okudah because he knows, he says, Okudah's going to make me better. Okudah is a phenomenal cornerback. He's going to make me better. That's his mentality. I love that he's matching up against him. However, they did match up in a one-on-one open field tackling session, and Jeff Okudah came flying in, and actually St. Brown hurtled over him. Then the entire place erupts. He kicks the ball. He punts it way up to the sky through the stratosphere. It was wild. But I got to say, Okudah, St. Brown, they matched up against each other multiple times. Both guys getting the best of one another here and there. But that one very specifically stuck out like a sore thumb. And I don't know if you've ever had a sore thumb. It is not a lovely thing. So I can't tell if I'm thinking this is a good thing or not anymore. Maybe sore thumb was the wrong analogy. Lastly, TJ Hockenson. God, watching that guy work must have been what it was like to watch Michelangelo sculpt King David out of marble. Just incredible. Hockenson's ball skills, his explosion off the line, his quick pace, all at his size, really is incredible. He is a top-tier tight end. I don't care what Madden says. TJ Hockenson is one of the best pickups. Bob Quinn did something right by drafting him. I love watching Hockenson and being able to see him in real life that close, watching his footwork, watching the explosiveness off the line. Man, Hockenson is a valuable asset to this team and will continue to be. I think he's going to be our receiving leader. I think he's going to have the most receptions, this year, the most targets, the most yards. Hockenson is vital to this offense and is going to be huge for Jared Goff. All in all, it was a blast being able to go see it in person. Highly suggest it if you can. The perspective is very different when you're watching it in person rather than just reading stuff online or getting to watch a couple videos. So I highly suggest you go. Also, in case you missed it, I started a second channel with a friend. You can check it out up here. If you watch that channel, basically, it is just an all-sports conglomerate show. We talk about any news, any happenings, any updates going on in the sports world. Maybe it is worth your time. Maybe it is not. But alas, how would you know if you never looked? Those are the words of Peter Pan. No, they're not. They're not. That's a lie. So don't quote me on that one. But I think Peter Pan, I could see him saying that. He was a weird dude. And like the way Peter Pan ends, really sad. It's just like Wendy's like, nah, I don't like we're not gonna work. And he's like, I want to be a boy forever. And she's like, okay, but I wanna live. And then they go their separate ways. And then you're just sort of sad at the end of the movie. At least I was.